Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we've been working on the last few classes. And we're going to look at some specific problems and decide which method is the best, rewriting, undoing, or looking inside. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So which method is best? And remember, our options are rewriting, and that's like fraction busting, or multiplying or dividing the same number, undoing, and that's basically like how we normally solve the problems, using working backwards up the order of operations. And then we have looking inside, and that of course is known as like the what or the blob method. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and look at 4 different problems and then kind of analyze, well, what do you think we should use for this one? And there's no wrong answer. It is honestly just doing the one that you think works best for you. So let's look at 4 times x plus 3 is equal to 20. Now, our normally undoing, right? There's a whole bunch of ways we could look at this. So I'm going to just take a look and show you the number of things that we could do. So I could go ahead and start by distributing, just solving normally. And that would give me 4x plus 12 is equal to 20. And then I would subtract 12 from both sides. And 4x is equal to 8. Divide both sides by 4. And x is equal to 2. Okay. Now, another thing that we could do to solve this same problem, and we're just going to look and do it a whole bunch of different ways here. 4 times x plus 3 equals 20. We could start by undoing. We could start by dividing both sides by 4. And that would give us x plus 3 is equal to 5. And then subtract 3 from both sides. And we have x is equal to 2. So same answer, different kind of method. Now, that other one, looking inside, I would simply say 4 times what is 20? And I would know what is 5. Because 4 times 5 is 20. So for this one, I would just go x plus 3 is equal to 5. Subtract 2 from each side and get x is equal to 2. And that's the looking inside technique. So I can rewrite, I can undo, or I can look inside. Once again, it doesn't matter which one you do. You want to do the one which works best for your brain. Okay, let's look at another one. 2x minus 8 divided by 10 is equal to 6. Now, I like to practice the looking inside method just because we don't use it very often. So I know something divided by 10 is 6, and I know that that's going to be 60. So I set my what, 2x minus 8 equal to 60, and then I can solve. Add 8 to both sides. 2x is equal to 68. Divide both sides by 2. And I have x is equal to 34. Okay, that's the looking inside method. I could go ahead and do a fraction busting. I can go ahead and do both sides, multiply it by the common denominator, which is 10, and I also get 2x minus 8 is equal to 60. I could also just undo, solve normally. So for that one, 2x minus 8 over 10 is equal to 6. I would go ahead and start by multiplying 10 to both sides. That cancels out, and then once again, I end up with 2x minus 8 equals 60. So once again, lots of different ways we can solve. Let's look at this one. 7 to the x plus 3 is equal to 7 to the 3x. Now, this one we're going to do rewriting. Now, you're not at the point now where you have another technique to solve it besides that, but you will be able to get there once you get to Algebra 2. So our bases are already the same. And when our bases are the same, we can ignore the bases. If they're not the same, we have to make them the same. And then we have x plus 3 is equal to 3x. Subtract 3. Actually, let's subtract x from both sides. There we go. And that gives us 3 is equal to 2x. Divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to 1.5, or 1 1/2. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at one last problem, problem number 4. We have x divided by 3 minus x divided by 9 is equal to 6. And we're going to go ahead and do this one by rewriting, fraction busting. So we're looking for multiples of 3 and 9. So that, of course, is going to be 9. So we're going to multiply everything on both sides by 9. 3 goes into 9 3 times. That gives me 3x. 9 goes into 9 once, so that's going to be minus x. And 9 times 6 is 54. So we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. 3x minus x is 2x is equal to 54. Divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to 27. So we're just going to go ahead and continue our work practicing solving using these 3 different methods. After you're solving, you're going to tell me which method you specifically used. Once again, there's no wrong answer. It's simply different ways of solving. Let's go ahead and work on our